I'm sitting here with Camila Banus at Days of Our Lives. How are you?
I'm really good. I actually just got up. Just switched into my regular clothes right now, but I'm really good.
This wasn't Gabi's outfit today?
This was not Gabi's outfit today, no.
What was her outfit today?
Today, she was wearing some wintry, let's see. She was wearing an olive, 3/4 sleeve dress with some olive tights and some black boots.
Nice.
It's very wintry.
And so we are ahead in Salem right now. Behind these walls, we're gonna see a winter wonderland. You guys are so way ahead.
Yeah.
Well, we're here at the very beginning of September, and there's so much that's exciting for Days of Our Lives fans. Can you tell us about the month of September? What's coming up for Gabi?
Well, Gabi right now is going in between feeling confused if, Will's still into her, and then going into, she feels those moments of, he's totally into me. So right now she's just that in between. That, some moments she sees some weirdness, some moments she doesn't. So she has that whole confusion. She's trying to deal with, new characters coming in that she doesn't know at all. I mean, Will's told her about his grandma and his aunt, but she doesn't really know them. So she's getting introduced to these characters, and she's learning about them. She's learning about herself and her relationship with Will. And, we just had that scene where we made love. Mm-hmm. And to talk about it, it was, honestly, I have to say, it was so sweet. And
what was interesting was you mentioned Gabi's insecurities, and she's kind of, is this guy into me? Is he not into me? Do you think that Gabi thought that all of her insecurities were going to go away after they had sex? Because it almost like she seemed surprised that she still felt a little uncertain after the fact.
Honestly, I do think so. I think that for her, it was kind of like it was going to tie everything together, and it doesn't actually. She feels even more insecure and more confused about maybe she did something wrong, maybe there's a problem. So she kind of confides in Abigail, and she talks to her about it, and it helps because it builds that relationship with Abigail, and they become much closer, and they have actual talks about it. So it's nice because Gabi doesn't really have that many people to talk to about it. She can't talk to Rafe because he's going to get mad. He's going to be all overprotective about it. And she's not going to talk to Will about it because that's the person she's having an issue with.
Right.
So who else is she going to talk to?
And I think that's very common for women, young women who, think that are told that maybe that sex will make everything perfect in a relationship, only to find
that it brings a lot of other problems.
Yeah.
It keeps the fears and it brings problems, just because it's a big thing. And
Now, I was asking Chandler, and you and I have talked about the sort of the ideas, the gossip, the mysteries around possibly Will being involved in the gay storyline. And there was even a couple scenes where Gabi was not speculating, but like, is he really into me? Is he really into me? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember she was getting her appendix removed. She was sitting in the hospital bed thinking about if her boyfriend was into her. I remember that specifically. Yes, definitely. And that's going to be something that, when I mean confusion about her relationship, it's something that's present. It's something that, at this point, she's not even asking anymore, is he not into me? She's basically saying, what's wrong with me that he doesn't like me? She's blaming herself, and she doesn't understand, well, why? What did I do wrong? Oh, I did something wrong, definitely, when it was the first time I did something wrong, and he totally got turned off, and she just feels very insecure about herself at that moment, and the gay storyline is just something that we are so confused, us as actors. We don't know. We honestly don't know. They are putting us in a position where we are just up in the air. 1 week we are, yes, it might happen. 1 week we're like, no, it's not going to happen. And then 1 week Gabi and Will are perfectly, wonderfully, wonderful, good together. And then another week she's confused again. So it's very confusing for us and the audience, so I feel your pain.
But you know what, though? I think that is more like real life. Because in real life, when this kind of thing does go on, there is a lot of ambivalence and there is a lot of confusion. And it doesn't always just make sense, you know? And
it probably is not going to happen from the night to day. It's something that progresses, and it's something that he's dealing with. If it does happen, it's going to be something that he's fighting with and dealing with. And, that Days of Our Lives is a very religious show, and he feels all those pressures and all of, especially when he has his grandma come in. You know, what if my grandma's gonna know? What if my mom's gonna know? It's all of those things that you don't want to say, but you don't want to admit to yourself either. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's hard.
Well, that's interesting. Have you ever known any women who have gone out with men who have turned out to be gay or bisexual and felt like really insecure at the time? Or?
I do know a couple of women that's happened to, but honestly, I think it's made them stronger, way stronger. It helps you deal with it's not rejection. It's just a way of opening and learning about yourself and what you can handle. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that if Gabi, she surpasses this and she doesn't get traumatized, then I think she's going to become one of the strongest women that has ever been through Days of Our Lives, just because she's had to, completely change her whole life. And she is really in love with Will, and it is going to hurt her. But I know that she can get past it.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right, Camila. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. It's always a pleasure. I look forward to it. So we're going to check out what's going on with Gabi and Will in September and after September into the Winter Wonderland. I can't wait.
All right.